in a small town down in Arkansas, where the river flows, there's a man with a passion that everybody knows.
Howdy, howdy, everybody. Welcome once again to HT's EDC. We are once again coming at you indoors. More of the same here in Arkansas. It seems like it's rained for a month now. It really hasn't. It's been about, but it has just about been a week. It has been raining since Monday, and it even shows the weekend having 40 and 50%. Today's like 90 something percent, so it's going to rain all day. Not sure exactly when I'm going to get to cut my grass. I told my wife I'm probably going to have to invest in a team of goats by the time I'm able to get out there and mow it. But hey, I'm sure we need the rain. You know, God is in control, and He is not worried about HT's grass. So anyway, we will show. What are you doing? Huh? What are you doing? Hey, you gonna see the good people today? Huh? Yesterday she was asleep. She is at least coherent today and back with us a little bit, so that's a good thing. But we have a good one for you today, folks. If you are a Barlow fan, this is going to be your show, because I have a absolute banger. You're going to see, and I'm not window dressing this one, folks. It is a beautiful Barlow. So for you Barlow fans out there today, this one's for you. We will do a quick pocket check and show you what we're going with today. Everybody knows, if you've watched this channel more than five or six episodes, HT loves him some buck. And take that a step further, what is your favorite buck? It is the Buck 112. That is my favorite knife on planet Earth, is the Buck 112. I think it's the greatest thing knife maker has ever made. Personal opinion written in that last comment, but that is mine. And but folks, today we are going with a lightweight. I'm wearing shorts again, and when I want to get my Buck 112 fix on, and I'm wearing like some basketball shorts around the house here. It's wet, so I just kicked on some basketball shorts, and I still wanted. I'm still kind of in my big knife mode. I'm wanting to have, more of a hand feeling knife right now. And so I went with this, and this guy has a pocket clip, a deep carry pocket clip. So it is kind of modernized. I have thought many times about just going and losing this pocket clip, and just carrying it in a slip. But I decided to keep this one Buck 112 for just like this, when I'm wearing like basketball shorts or, sweatpants or something, you're going light. You can just hook this over the pocket and run with it. Get this thing open. And we have nice micarta here. Is a good, very nice, good feeling micarta on those handles, those covers. And we have Buck USA up here. And if you turn it over here, you'll actually see, if I could get this one to focus, this is in S30V, CPM S30V. So this is upgraded steel on this guy. Has some thumb studs with a lot of wrist. And I'm sure I'm going to fail. Here's your laugh for the morning. With a lot of wrist, you can actually one-hand deploy this. We'll see if I can nail it this morning. What do you know? It's going to be a good morning. But what is there to say about a Buck 112? Of course, the big hand filling wood and brass, that is home for me. That is my favorite. Buck 112 is my favorite knife, and that is by far my favorite iteration of a Buck 112. But of course, you are either going to have to wear that on a side sheath, which is home for me, which is no problem, or you can get you, believe it or not, Brother Ed. He's not the only one that I'm sure that makes a big slip like that, but I know what I carry my big folders in, even something like I showed y'all yesterday. I don't have it here in hand's reach, but Brother Ed over at Legacy Knives now makes a slip, a pocket slip with a long lanyard that you can carry biggins or, a Buck 112, a Buck 110 in your front pocket, and it goes right in your front pocket. So there's another option for, if you don't tell me, those folks out there that tell me I'm just not going to wear a side sheath, that ain't for me, I don't want something on my belt. Well, there is slips out there for you where you can carry that in your front pocket. And now if you want to come at me and say, HT, I don't want something that heavy in my front pocket, I can't do nothing about that. You got me there, you win. But there is options if you want to carry a bigger knife, and you don't want it on your hip. But why don't you? It's not a big deal. But anyway, this is what we're going with today. We are using the pocket clip. We're in basketball shorts, and go ahead and show you. It has all the goodness of a 112, a lot thinner than the big boy, and a whole lot lighter. So this is a very light carry, but of course it still has all the contours, the same blade that we know and love from a 112. Actually, it's got just a little bit of a different blade. It's the same length, but they have modified the clip, this swedge up here, and this clip is not quite as aggressive. I keep saying this clip. This cut in, I'm looking for my words this morning, but on a 112, this is a lot more aggressive of a swoop down. How about that? On the 112, you're probably going to say, well, HD, that don't quite look like a standard 112 blade. Correct. It's the same length, all that, same cutting edge. Basically, I think it's the same on the underneath side of the blade, but they did modify it right here. Added a little swedge up here, if you can see that right there in the light. It's just not quite as aggressive of a swoop on this particular clip point blade. But anyway, that is what we're rocking today. Barlow fans, here we go. This is a good one. This is actually a limited edition that I'm going to show y'all today. We can focus on that. I don't know how much of that's coming in, but that is the specs. It is and this is a true limited edition. A lot of people limited edition this, limited edition that, and there'll be a 10,000 pieces or 5,000 pieces or 12,000 pieces of, and still call it a limited edition. I don't know about you, but I don't call that a limited edition. This I call a limited edition. If you read there on quantity, 175. This was made in 2024, and there's only 175 of these made in the world. Comes with a certificate of authenticity, all laminated here. And this is pattern Barlow 62009SS handle material. This is called Heritage Jigged Burnt Amber Bone. So one of those 5-page paragraph descriptions from Case. But when you see this thing, it's a showstopper. Heritage Jigged Burnt Amber Bone. Steel, Tru-sharp, surgical steel, spear and pin blades. That's right. A spearpoint Barlow, which that's rare in itself. There's not a whole lot. I mean, it's not the first one ever made. I'm not saying that. But a spear point on the Barlow, that is definitely not as prevalent. And additional information: no shield, embellished bolster, long tail C serialization on the spear blade, and it comes in a velvet box. It says all that stuff down here. I'm just reading it off this card. But really cool. Like I said, one of 175, and I think I have number 63. Comes in this black box, well, black sleeve. It's not a black box yet. Has this black sleeve. There's all your information on the back. Tells you when it was born. The born date on this one is 3/14/24. So earlier this year. And it comes in a velvet case, velvet box here. And that is definitely velvet, very nice. And let's get on to the star of the show. Got some paperwork in there. We'll just set that out of the way. And let's take a look at this thing. Check that out, folks. I told you, it is a showstopper. And when I show you this bolster here, you're not going to believe it. It's not doing it justice in there. So let's get this thing out of there. And let's take a look at it up close. Check out. And I wonder if I can make that. My light is going to show. This is, of course, engraved. That is not an etch. And it is like frosted engraved. If you turn that case there, and see, this light's messing with me. I don't know if I'm going to show you what I want to show you. Yeah, my light just keeps right there. Maybe a little bit. See, as I'm twisting this, this is actually, you know, kind of a frosted engraving. This Case XX long tail, it just sparkles. If like you hold it here, you know, I'm turned away from the light, and you turn this and you move it, and it twinkles. It's ridiculous. That is very cool. That is something I like. Onto the scales, covers. Check out that jigging, folks. Is that not gorgeous? And what all they call this? I know it's a 50-cent word. Heritage Jig Burnt Amber Bone. Heritage Jig Burnt Amber Bone is what we're looking at here. And just look at those waves. It's kind of like just ocean waves or something all the way across. Isn't that cool? Isn't that some cool jigging? And let's get this thing open. We'll do one at a time. And there we go. Hold on. Let's wipe this off. This thing deserves. Check that out, folks. Spearpoint. And as you can see right here above the tang stamp, right here, it has a C, CXX, and right above the end of that, the tail of that C, it says 63. 063. Yeah. So this is number 63 out of 175 of these made. And it is just awesome. A while. Take a look at the tang stamp. It will be a 24, probably, to get all the dots in there. I'll have to do it like this. There we go. There is your 2024 laser engraved, laser engraved tang stamps. Need to go back to stamping those, but I digress. And oh yeah, we have half stops, of course. Listen at that. Very nice. Check the wall. Nice wall. You hear it pop into full open. And we will get the little secondary guy out here. And the secondary guy, we just have a good old pin blade that has the nail nick on the opposing side. So your main blade has a nail nick right there on the show side, and the little guy has the nail nick turned around on the pile side. But this is what we're looking at, completely open. And I'm telling you, this thing here is what gets me. Man, right there, can y'all? I'm not making this twinkle like it does. I promise you, this is really cool right here, what they did there. And yeah, that bone is next level. How they burnt that. Now this, you talk about your PB&J, you know, them missing, you know, kind of messing up the burn on that one. You see what they can do, you know. Of course, this is a limited edition, but when they slow down and they take their time, look at how good that burn looks on that bone. Little spot right here that's cool, not quite as dark as above it. There's a little right here. Can y'all see that just at the butt where it's just a little lighter? Oh my goodness, this thing. Ooh-wee. I told you guys, if you Barlow fans, this is a good one, evermore a while. And check out the walk and talk on this little guy. Let me go ahead and put the big boy up. We'll listen to it one more time. Nice snap. Check out little guy going to full open. Nice. Coming into half stop. Let's see. Nice. Check the wall. Do we have a nice wall, springy wall? Yes, we do. And centering. There you go. Right down the middle. Yep. Yeah. We are pretty much right down the middle on both blades. If I can show, there we go. No centering problems. Back springs. Just, folks, this is what Case can still do. This is a 2024, so when we say Case just cannot make a Case, all Case stuff, you know, from 2020, whatever, today's stuff, last 4 or 5 years is just trash. I don't know what's wrong with them. They can't make pocket knives. They just forgot how to make pocket knives. No, they didn't. No, they didn't. When you slow down, when they slow down, and they should be slowing down anyway, my opinion. This is what they can do, folks. This is something that just came out of, Bradford, PA, the same plant, and they just slowed down, took their time, and made a show enough evermore a while. Beautiful. Man, look at that. It was starting to do it there for you, that frosted right there on that engraving. This is what they can do. They still can. They have the ability to do it. I don't know. When they're pumping out, I don't know, 1,000 a day, you know, 10,000 a week, obviously we see stuff is getting missed in the QC, but they ran a run of 175 of these, so you would think common sense they slowed down and, you know, took these, you know, they got these right. This thing is awesome. This is absolutely awesome. I am glad to get it. And see, when I turn this thing around, I'm telling you, I don't know. It's just me on that little Case thing. That thing is just an eye catcher. And my light just ain't doing it completely justice. But Case still can make a pocket knife, folks. There it is right there a little bit for you. They can. This is proof of it. If they would just, we don't need, you know, we don't need a run of 10,000 on everything. Make it a run of a 2500 and just a little more attention to detail. But they're not going to listen to me. But I am very glad to get this one. Like I say, it's the whole nine. You get the certificate of authenticity. It comes in this very nice padded box right here, velvet. It's a good one, folks. This one's for you guys, Barlow fans. So, and you guys know me. I am the quintessential non-safe queen type of guy. So that means I've got one of two choices with this: carry it at least on some form of occasion, or get rid of this, sell it, trade it, what have you. And I just haven't made up my mind. But it's just putting this up, and I know y'all guys are saying, HT, you're crazy. That's a limited edition. Put it in a case, put it in a vault. That's just not me. It's not in my DNA. If this stays with me, I'm going to carry it. Again, and full disclosure, that doesn't mean I'm going to take this out there to the field and I'm gutting deers with this, skinning out animals with it. But I will carry it. It may be church, it may be a vacation knife, but it will go in my pocket, and that don't mean I won't use it. Oh, well, you're going to take another knife in your other pocket. If you really got to cut an apple, or you got to cut something on vacation, you're not using that, are you? You darned if I'm carrying it, I pull this down to carry it. It may be a special occasion, but I use it too. It is in my pocket to be used if need be. Color me stupid, y'all say what you want. That is just me. So I have to kind of do a little soul searching here and figure out if this is a keeper or I'm going to move this on. But haven't made my mind up yet. You guys out there, if this is just something that just blows you away, and this is just would make the apple, the cherry on top of your collection, something that you got to have, Barlow lovers, you got some kind of offer to shoot at me for this, send it. All we can do is talk about it. You never know. Like I said, I'm on the fence whether I move this on or I keep this, but if it's B and I keep it, HT's going to use it. So anyway, folks, I hope y'all liked that one. That was for you. And I'm a Barlow fan. I am a budding Barlow fan myself. It is fastly rising the HT chart for small-ish knives, one of my favorite. Has not supplanted, and I don't see it supplanting, the canoe. I am still... Got a bunch of stickers here for you too. I am still Canoe Crew all the way. That is still my favorite, right now by far, small-ish knife. And I don't think that'll change. But Barlows, they're fastly rising. I do enjoy carrying a Barlow every once in a while. So we're at 23 minutes. We got to shut up. We got to get out of here. I've already put Abby to sleep, so coffee should be cool now. Ready to get that in. Love you guys. You guys hit that like button for me, especially if you're still around here. You got something out of this video before you leave. Hit the like button for me. That helps. That helps tremendously. And tell somebody about this old bearded guy down in Arkansas that loves these traditional knives. And maybe consider hitting that other button over there for me and becoming one of my, I don't call them the S word. You guys are on-screen friends to me. You are family, and that's how I look at it. So God bless you. We'll see you on the next one. HT, Miss Sleeping Abby, we're out.
Buck knives gleaming under that old porch light. He'll tell their stories deep into the night. Reviews torture tests. It's a sight to